When we talk about Satyajit Ray, we perhaps talk about the first global metrosexual Bengali in the postmodern era. Someone who had his roots stuck in this very soil, but had become universal in his vision. Yes, vision. Those eyes, those big, piercing bedroom eyes of his, is perhaps what made all the difference. What marks him is his eye for details in whatever adventure he embarked on. While people remember him for his world of films, I personally remember him for painting an entire canvas of characters that helped me dream, grow, and blossom. He was a man of many arts, but the books he wrote and the characters he created gave Bengali literature a new dimension. While his celebrated duo of Feluda and Lalmohan Ganguly, along with Professor Shonku, can take on any fictional rival with their charisma, charm, and idiosyncrasies, the characters that stand out for me are Bonku Babu, innocent, well-behaved, knowledgeable, but the ill-treated Bonku Babu. Who knew this commonplace regular man would leave his mark as the first Bengali to encounter aliens? This was Ray's way of elevating humanity. Then he created the eternal traveler and storyteller in Tarini Khuro. This ageless spinner of magical tales has been a qualified wanderlust with a bag of tales as unimaginable, as convincing as anyone could write. I was also greatly intrigued by Sujan Horbala, the recreation of Mullah Nasiruddin or Professor Hiji Bij, a tribute to his father, whom in his own words he missed all his life and tried to imagine through his volumes of work and two notebooks that were both his refuge and elixir. But perhaps the most iconic character he created was that of Mohanlal Meghraj, Bengal's very own Professor Moriarty, devious, evil, brilliant, and a worthy adversary of his ace sleuth. At this point, it would be an injustice if I move on without mentioning Shidhu Jata, who was bigger than Feluda when it came to Mogojastro. The living, talking encyclopedia was Ray's vision of a human search engine. Perhaps the Ray we saw was not him, but a heady concoction of all his creations. And talking about creations, we could hardly leave out films. In Ray's words, a film is pictures, a film is words, a film is movement, a film is drama, a film is music, a film is a story, a film is 1,000 expressive oral and visual details. These days, one must also add that a film is color. Even a segment of film that lasts barely a minute can display all these aspects simultaneously. You will realize what a hopeless task it is to describe a scene from a film in words. They can't even begin to do justice to a language which is so complex. Inspired by Jean Renoir, Vittorio De Sica, and John Huston, Ray had a deep Western influence in his filmmaking, but his language was universal and his philosophy Indian. The very making of Pather Pachali is a great story by itself, a story of young men and women who defied all odds and stayed true to their dream. While describing his attachment for Indian landscape, be it Calcutta or the village in Pather Pachali, Ray said, "You had to find out yourself how to catch the hushed stillness of dusk in a Bengali village, when the wind drops and turns the ponds into sheets of glass dappled by the leaves of trees, and the smoke from ovens settles in wispy trails over landscape, and the plaintive blows of conch shells from homes far and wide are joined by the chorus of crickets which rises as the light falls, until all one sees are the stars in the sky and the stars that blink and swirl in the thickets." We have found reflection of this village in several of his films. In this humanism, even while talking about politics, that has survived his world of movies. Ray once said, "For a popular medium, the best kind of inspiration should derive from life and have its roots in it. No amount of technical polish can make up for artificiality of theme and dishonesty of treatment. The Indian filmmakers must turn to life, to reality. De Sica and not Demel should be his ideal." His films define him as a man to whom politics and society were just incidental details in a world where humanity and humanism were prime and supreme. There will be debates on whether he was a preachy moralist, but I would say, in the words of Akira Kurosawa, that not to have seen the cinema of Satyajit Ray means existing in the world without seeing the sun or the moon. Be it the Oppu trilogy, Kanchanjunga, Obhijan, Mahanagar or Charulata, the love for human nature oozes through every pore and fibre of his storytelling. Even his later films, Aranya Dinratri, Pratidwandi, Shimabadho or Aguntuk, had a social context and a deep-rooted socio-political consciousness. But what rose above and beyond them were the love for humanity that remained paramount. One quality which is sure to be found in his cinema is the revelation of great truths in small details. The world reflected in a dewdrop served as a metaphor for the real lives he created. That is perhaps what makes him a ray of delight and hope, someone who will forever stand outside time.
Hey guys, this is Sharmila Maiti from Sharmila Show House, and please subscribe my channel, click the bell button for more updates.